Don't be too proud of this technological terror you've constructed. The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
If you thought destroying stars and solar systems was the province of exclusively the Crisis Empires in Stellaris, I am here today to tell you that is no longer the case. Ladies and gentlemen, today I have something rather special for you. There is something of a secret new espionage mission that has been included with the Stellaris Overlord or the Stellaris 3.4 Cepheus update. This specific espionage mission or spy mission can only be accessed if you jump through a certain number of hoops, but once you have access to it, it is rather devastating. You will be able to completely destroy an enemy's star system, and not just any star system, their capital system, from afar. It will be spooky action from a distance. So let's dive in and find out what's going on. What we want to do is destroy our enemy's capital through subterfuge, without firing a single shot, simply destroying their homeworld with absolute impunity. And where this starts is a rather interesting place. The first thing you'll need to do is find yourself a Leviathan, a Stellar Devourer. Now, the Stellar Devourer has no armor and no shields. It does have a reasonably large amount of evasion, so what you'll want to make sure is you have some picket combat computers on the ships you use to attack it, and lots of plasma cannons or neutron launchers. And then we're simply going to fly in and engage this enemy. Attack with impunity. Do not hesitate, you must kill the beast in order to progress with your nefarious plans.
Until at last I threw down my enemy and smote his ruin upon the mountainside.
If you'd like to buy Stellaris Overlord and also support this channel, you can do so by following the link down in the description and purchasing it on the Humble Bundle store. And there's also a sale on most of the Stellaris DLC until the 24th of May. Now, when you finally kill the Stellar Devourer, you will have a corpse. You can do two things to the corpse. First, you can study the corpse. This will issue a special project to study the Devourer. Now, generally speaking, I would have always recommended going for this method, as this could give you a way of reigniting the star that is the brown dwarf at the heart of the Stellar Devourer system, and thus bringing habitability back to most of the other planets in this system. But now we have another option, an option which will start a situation, and that is retrieving the egg sac. Once we have retrieved the egg sac, we will get a situation. Now, I would recommend, if you really want to get this done quickly, you encourage it. That's going to take a little bit more upkeep, an extra 25 energy per month, but that way we're going to get what we need faster and faster. Partway through the situation, we're going to get the opportunity to either return the egg sac, and then I believe that will allow us to reignite the star, or continue down this path and bring the egg sac to one of our planets. You really want to go for this sac related option. In the meantime, whichever empire you really hate, in this case we're the Commonwealth of Man and we have a real bone to pick with the United Nations of Earth, you should begin building a spy network. You'll want to get your infiltration level all the way up to 60. To do that, you may need to take something like the Bureau of Espionage Edict to increase your code breaking, or take other technologies that will increase your code breaking as well. And the final thing we can do is also do the acquire asset mission, because each asset we'll have will boost our maximum infiltration level by +5. And when we complete this situation, we will have triumphed. This will now give us the Devourer's egg sac modifier added to one of our planets, which has the following effects. It will allow us to conduct the Consume Star operation. We gain a little bit of unity, and it does conclude the situation we were following. Here is the beautiful Devourer's egg sac modifier. Now, I don't know if we will lose this modifier if we lose the planet, or if it is tied to this planet forever. And if you're enjoying this video, please devour that like button. Now we can begin the Consume Star operation. It has quite a high difficulty level and has 3 separate phases to go through. When completed, we will have infiltrated Stellar Devourer babies into Earth's capital sun, and they will slowly consume the star. The first stage of this operation is infiltrating a cargo of millions of tiny Stellarite Devourers, all stored near to absolute zero. This keeps them docile and inert until they are ready to be introduced to the system's primary star, their new home, which they will have to eat up. Our spy master does manage to get into the system. We had some older codes, but they did check out.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
Then they start the heating procedure on our baby Stellar Devourers and begin aiming for the system's primary star for the transport ship's final voyage. And that's just about done it. The final phase here is shooting off a cargo ship full of these lovely babies into the star as we maneuver away, and we can wash our hands of the whole situation with complete plausible deniability, because the sun is going to eat up that transport ship when it does hit the star's corona, and therefore it's just going to look like something of a shipping accident. This now shows us we have a successful infestation, and we may have just doomed the solar system to a cruel and cold death. But what do you think about this new espionage mission? Let me know down in the comments below. From this point onwards, as the Commonwealth of Man, we really don't have anything else to see or do, it's simply a waiting game. From the United Nations of Earth perspective though, it's a little bit different. They begin to notice a great chill. This gives a modifier on all planets in the Earth solar system, low solar output, reducing habitability, stability, and energy credits from jobs. It also starts the infested situation. This is going to go up by 2 per month when it gets all the way up to 100, which will be 45 months after you have completed your espionage mission. At that point, the star should extinguish. Halfway through this situation, the Earth government, or whichever government you've attacked, and I say attacked here in the loosest possible sense, it's simply a natural disaster with extra steps, they will figure out that there are parasites in their star. Now, at this point, they can begin to find a cure for the Stellar Devourer infestation. This means they get a special project, but the rate at which this situation is progressing means that in only 700 days they will have no time left, and it doesn't tell you this, but this special project takes a little over 400 days, meaning they have to have a science ship in orbit of their star within 300 days, otherwise they're completely screwed. If they manage to put a scientist on this special project and it will complete before the infestation situation completes, then everything for them should be fine. Once they complete that special project, they can now begin to cure the star, which will move the situation back at a very rapid rate. If you are the Empire that has attempted to infest the star, then this will be rather unfortunate. On the other hand, if they don't manage to cure the star in time, then something very, very bad is going to happen for them. Sol will be extinguished and every single planet in that system will be completely wiped out. Yes, every single planet. Here we can see the once great capital of the human race. The lights are even still on. It's terrifyingly grotesque, but now it's a frozen mud ball. No one is left alive, billions are dead, and you didn't have to fire a single shot. But what's great about this operation is you don't actually lose the Devourer's exec modifier, meaning you can complete it again and again and again, and systematically wipe out every single stinking planet in that foreign heretic empire that you've hated for so long, without having to appear evil on the galactic community stage or be responsible for the genocide directly. Now we are at a second system here, and we're going to commence the operation once more, and hopefully, yet again, they won't be able to cure this star too. Now, if you are on the receiving end of something like this, you do get something rather interesting. You will find out who has actually perpetrated this offense, and you can then get a special casus belli, which is 8-hour star. Yes, that's right, you can go to war. You will of course be the baddies, because as we all know, the aggressor in any war is the evil party. And this war goal, the 8-hour star war goal, is a completely crazy war goal. You can never achieve your war goals, you can never surrender, you can only settle as a status quo. It is a fight to the death. You have the knuckles bared, the gloves are off, and you want to do some damage. That is of course one way to destroy a star. Another way, which is rather more effective and rather quicker, is to become the Crisis and gobble up those stars with Star Eaters. If you'd like to know how to min-max your galactic genocide as the Crisis, click the video on screen now.